So hi, one of the Good Noise podcasts through the Foxglove. We're gonna ask them some questions today. I'm gonna start. So, what inspired you guys to start the band, and what does the band name mean?
Sean, excuse me, John. You want to go?
I'll do the inspiration. You do the band name.
Okay.
So, I think y'all already. Did I tell y'all how I met Sean?
I think so.
Or
I believe so.
I can't remember. So yeah, a mutual friend of ours brought him to a bonfire, and then basically we started playing music together when we were like 15 and 16, and we started in the garage, and then he invited Tanner over like 3 months after that, and we formed a little 3-piece Blink-182 cover band pretty much. So that was pretty much that, and then it just kept growing and changing out other members here and there, but eventually it came to be what it is now, and we started playing a good bit of shows, So we've all enjoyed music for a really long time, and we're just friends, so yeah.
How did you guys go from making Blink-182 covers to the music you guys make now? Like, such a switch.
Well,
Uh,
I mean, I think part of it too is we've constantly exchanged members for a while until we got to like our solid core group, and it took us a long time to kind of to get out of the phase that a lot of younger people do get in when they start bands, and stop trying to like imitate something else or something that you really like, and then start being more genuine about what you want to write. So I think we all just got more comfortable as the years have gone by, and now we're just sort of at our comfortable list. So we just do whatever we want at this point.
All right.
yeah. And the band name?
Yeah.
Yeah. I think a member that we had a while ago that I think is no longer, is no longer in the band, came up with it because we wanted to change it because we kind of felt that the music had grown, so we had to get a name that reflected that growth. And I think Foxglove, what the whole point of naming it that is, it goes along with the message. And just because foxglove is a plant that can either be medicinal or poisonous depending on how it's used.
Mm-hmm.
So it's, that nice little message of hurt or heal, your choice kind of thing.
Okay.
Oh, that's cool. I didn't know that. So that's really cool.
I didn't know it until the name was like proposed to me, to be honest.
Oh,
But we were all in favor of it.
Yeah.
All right.
sick. All right.
Yeah.
So, congrats on your newest release, The Summer Sun. How do
Thank
you
you
feel
so
about
much.
response to the EP so far?
It's
No,
You
you
go
go.
No, you first. No, you first.
No, you go.
I mean, it's been a pretty good response. Like, we've gotten a lot of messages just telling us how much people relate to the songs and how much they're enjoying listening to it, and that they've been going cover to cover all day. So it's really cool to hear that your music is, getting through to people and they're enjoying it. So.
Yeah.
So can you tell me a little bit about your writing process for this record and like how it's changed since your first release?
Oh man.
Astronomically.
So we used to do this thing where we would write songs the day of a show and then like force ourselves to play the songs at the show.
Huh?
Yeah, we were.
It was
like
fun, to be honest. It was really fun.
Because none of us really knew what was going on, and we would just be like, all right, we wrote this in practice an hour before the show, and we're going to play it. So that's how we used to do things, and that's how songs kind of evolved really fast for us, but we had a lot more time to do this one, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
So, I mean, we only had 4 songs, whereas we've written, like maybe 50 before this. So we really slowed down, and it took like a year to write just like these few. And we really sat down and figured it out with like on paper, what was going to happen. And then I yelled at Tanner to bring his clarinet playing into the mix. So
Okay.
All right.
Yeah.
That's an interesting one. I haven't heard that one before. So, where was your headspace while creating the EP?
I think it was kind of different for all of us. I mean,
yeah.
John, feel free to agree or disagree. But
The thing with this group is we're all from like super different musical backgrounds. Like Sean's punkish. I've always been like a metalhead. Our bassist Kurt is just into noisecore and jazz, and then our other guitarist is into like pop punk and like alternative and stuff. So I guess we were all doing a lot of different things too. So the headspace was all just us wanting to put something together that we could each feel ownership of while still being able to represent our different like personalities in it.
Mm-hmm.
So I guess that's, yeah.
Oh,
All right.
is that the same?
Typically, they'll for lyrics wise, they'll give me just like an idea that they've been working on, and in its kind of infancy stages, I'll just like, because I just have like, I think I have like 700, 800 notes on my phone that's just been piling up for like years and years and years. So I'll just scroll through that and see like what, you know, the mood is and what it makes me feel or what it makes me think about. And then I'll select like a set of lyrics that I think does justice to whatever they write.
Okay.
Well, all right.
So what band or artist influences do you think you can hear the most on this new record?
I feel like there's a little bit more turnover than movements
Absolutely.
in a couple of them, but there's also like, you know, a little bit of like Midwestern emo in there that's just what I like sometimes. But honestly, the main influence for a lot of the chords and stuff were like jazz music
Okay.
and like blues and stuff,
Mm-hmm.
because me and Kurt always have been into that a little bit. So
I got really into a gigantic Phoebe Bridgers binge like right before this.
Yep.
So I that was like my biggest inspiration for when this was getting written and when I wanted it to come out. And I think I asked.
You did.
Yeah, I asked the audio engineer if I was like, what did they do for Scott Street specifically? I wanted the whole album to sound like that. Just Scott Street and like a funeral.
Okay.
All
Interesting.
right. Solid. So, what would you guys do differently on your next release that you didn't get the chance to do on this one?
I would save up more and include more songs on it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, just develop out those other ideas that didn't get the chance to be recorded. I think that's
Okay.
what I would do differently.
So, like a longer EP or a full length album?
A full length.
Yeah, I
All
would
right.
definitely push out another full length next time we do this.
All right.
Yeah.
That'd be cool. That'd be
Um,
cool.
So is there a certain feeling you want the listeners to have while listening through this record?
For sure. I think I'm big on concept albums, and I wanted. I think the feel of the last one was like anxieties about death and about things ending, and I wanted the big feel of this album to be idealism and romanticism, and whether or not it can be dangerous, kind of like the whole Foxglove thing that we just talked about, whether or not it can be dangerous or beneficial. I wanted people to get a sense of how, when you're in a certain headspace, you can carry yourself entirely based off of how you envision things to be, and that can either be really like I said before, dangerous, and it can really bring you down, or it can, to overuse a term that gets overused all the time, it can give you the ability to start manifesting things and manifest more positive goals.
Mm-hmm. All right. So, how did you guys choose the opener and closer for the EP? Did you guys write it to be that way, or did you just kind of shuffle it and be like, "Oh, hey, that looks good"?
That's more John's thing. John's more
Yeah.
of a, yeah.
Me and Tanner sat down in a Moe's when we were on our break at school, and
Okay.
we just kind of played around with like how each one sounded, and we thought that the more aggressive songs would go better at the beginning and the start. I don't know why. There was no like specific reason I did that, but I realized today actually, because I listened to it, and it ends on the same note that it starts,
Oh.
which I didn't realize
I
that until like a few hours ago, and I was like, whoa.
That's so cool.
I didn't even know.
Yeah.
And that wasn't intentional. Okay.
No.
Wow. Bro.
Yeah. So back when live shows were a thing, you guys played a show with Grayscale in January. Can you tell me like how that happened, what that experience was like?
Oh man. It was really nice. That was one of the shows that we had to do pre-sale tickets for. So it was kind of we all just kind of busted our asses trying to trying to sell as many tickets as possible and trying to push the event as much as possible. I think we sold. What was the final number, John?
We did like somewhere in the 40s, but it was really cool for the just see our friends and our family, and our people in the community.
It was overwhelming support.
Deserved. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, thank you.
It was fun, but honestly, Grayscale and Hot Mulligan were really cool, especially Hot Mulligan.
Hot Mulligan took an interest in us, which I did not expect.
That's
No.
so cool.
The singer, what's his name? Tades. It's Tate, right? It's like Tate, but it's with a D instead, right? I forget. He was really cool to us, and he gave us some pointers and told us to relax because we're pretty anxiety bundled as a group.
Okay,
that's very true.
So I should be hearing a Foxglove and Hot Mulligan tour soon, right?
We wish that would be incredible.
Please.
That'd be sick, dude. All right, 2022. Oh God.
2022.
You're listening to this Hot
Let's go.
Mulligan.
Come
It's
on,
already
Hot
set in
Mulligan.
motion.
Exactly.
Yeah.
It's already out there, so now you have to do it. Exactly.
Speaking of
It's
doing
been set.
I miss the crab aesthetic though.
Yeah.
Need that back.
Bring it back. It's a good request. All right.
Honestly, at this point, I'd just be grateful to play a show next year at some point, and
Mm-hmm.
that would feel really good.
Yeah.
I miss shows so much.
Yeah. The last thing we did was we did like a live stream virtual festival that they usually do in Columbia, but it was live streamed this year, and it's for suicide prevention and awareness, and that was really special to play because some of our favorite bands from in the region got to play it, and it felt really special to just be at our local venue, like even though there was no people there, it felt really good to be on stage and doing that.
Dig Tight
Yeah.
Fest is what it's called, the festival.
That's cool.
And they got a good bit of donations for the foundation, so it was really cool.
That's awesome. Yeah. It's so cool. So, where do you guys see the band in the next 5 years?
Interesting. Hopefully. Well, first off, hopefully together.
That'd be good.
Me, Sean, and Tanner will be together always. That's kind of always been the core because people come and go. They move out of town. They go to different school. Life happens, but somehow we've always managed to just continue making music. And I hope that's what we stay friends and that we still get to make albums and stuff together. That's my goal for it.
Okay.
Since 2015, going strong.
Oh, Sean,
That's so wholesome.
Yeah.
So for the last couple questions, we're going to shift away from music and we're going to go straight to death row. So if you're on death row, what would your last meal be with a drink? I know you answered all these questions last time, John, but we're going to ask them again.
I can't remember what I said, so I'm probably in a different space right now.
It gives me some time to think, so take your time.
Dude, I think... Man, what's something I've been enjoying right now?
Smoked sausage.
Smoked sausage?
Smoked pork sausage. What was it you used to eat before every show? It was like pork sausage.
A pickled sausage. I used to eat a pickled sausage before every show. I don't know why. It gave me heartburn. And...
It always assured us at least $50 after a show.
Yeah, it was like a good luck charm.
John eats a pickled sausage.
Yeah,
Wow.
if I didn't have heartburn before I went out on stage, it wouldn't be a good night.
Right. Exactly.
Yeah.
I mean, I guess I'd probably have to say, like, a really good, like, it's a weird thing, but it's like Korean and like taco night fusion kind of thing, and it's like you layer, it's like a burrito lasagna, but it has kimchi in it.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Good.
That sounds
And
interesting.
yeah.
And any drink with
so-
that?
Respectable.
A cold glass of water.
Oh.
Water, not sparkling.
Yes.
though.
This is your last meal.
No, just right. Okay, a PBR hard coffee.
Okay.
That's more like it. That is. That's more like it.
What about you, Tanner? What would you eat?
Like a really high-end meatloaf.
Whoa.
Yeah.
All right.
Oh, actually, wait. Am I allowed to change? Hold on.
Yeah, you can change.
There's a place in West Columbia where me and John are from. And it's a Chinese food place, and it's a buffet, and they're called China Walk 2. And it's the best restaurant I've ever been to in my life. And I would just want like 10, maybe 15 minutes to just go throughout the buffet and pick up everything I can. And that would be my
Okay.
And then
a
nice refreshing orange Fanta.
Ooh, all right.
Wow.
Solid.
That's beautiful.
Yeah.
So, if you could live in one fiction world for a week, where would you live?
John, you gotta go first. I know
I'm
John
gonna say something anime, so
I know
John,
John, by the way, but he says it. Say it and I'll see if I'm right.
I would live in the My Hero Academia world, and I'd have my own quirk.
No.
So
that's not what I thought you were gonna say.
Wait, what would your quirk be? Like, what would you want your quirk to be?
I would just want to fly. I've always wanted to fly, but like not in a weird like way where I had to have like wings or something.
Mm-hmm.
But like just I could do it with my mind.
Okay,
Yeah,
just,
yeah.
like levitate
Yeah,
off
wings
the ground.
Yeah.
Okay.
Wings would kind of get in the way.
It'd be kind of weird, like, because I like to sleep on my back, and if there's wings on my back, then I think that would be uncomfortable.
Yeah, it'd be very uncomfortable. Or just
Might
like
hurt,
going through doors or whatever. Like, imagine.
I'd have to get like a special blueprint for a house or something. That would be really tedious. So.
Exactly. That's a whole other thing that you have to do.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Tanner, what would your world be?
Mine's gonna sound like a place that no one would want to live, but I'm gonna say it anyway. I would love to live in the Tokyo Ghoul universe.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah.
Well, are you a ghoul or a human?
I'm a ghoul, of course. Like I eat people.
Okay.
But
Okay.
my best friend just laughed in the background. I said that. Yeah, no. Well, you can't be a human. Why would you want to be a human? They have it kind of the worst.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I would be.
Rather eat people than be the people that get eaten.
Yeah.
Exactly.
You would be both?
No, I just said you'd rather be the person that eats people.
Wait, yeah, no, exactly.
Yeah. So
You don't
I
wanna
have
be
the
afraid.
honor of asking the last question, and every single person we've spoken to has said the most important question. What is your favorite color?
I'm going to stick with blue. I still like blue.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Green.
All right.
Green and blue.
Any
A nice, like, foresty green.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Taste.
So, as I said, that's all the questions we have today. Is there anything you'd like to plug?
I mean, just the EP.
Yeah.
All right. Stream the EP.
Go stream it.
Stream it.
Well, thank you for sitting down with us, guys. This has been Foxglove, and we're the Good Noise Podcast.